player though. I think they've played it.
Okay.
They played it once in the. Yeah, they played against Kingdra, and they beat them in a 53-minute game. They had Magnus, Warlock, Ember, Spectre, and Leshrac. That's a what interesting lineup. So I guess they had Lesh position 4.
Oh, okay. We're off to a better start with the Witch Doctor here. Mirana can be played to. What is that? The awful term I hate. The flex pick.
The dynamic pick. The flex pick.
It's a flex pick right there. It's there has to be a better word for it. What would you call it? The versatile pick. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a versatile hero.
It is a versatile hero. You play them and pretty much any. I miss the offlane Mirana. I think it could be strong again.
Like dual lane, like Mirana, Night Stalker or something.
Exactly. Yeah. It was pretty good solo offlane for a while. You can, always farm the big camp to get ahead. You can stop pulls pretty easily. And she does a lot of burst damage when she has a level or 2.
There we go, Magnus Warlock.
This is some team fight right here. We got RP into Fatal Bonds, into any hero doing damage on top of it, really. It's pretty strong. 2 DK beer piercing AoE stuns.
They banned the Drow. Usually when I see Singularity in Magnus, I think of an Adamson PA. PA was like one of his signature heroes for like a lot. I cast these guys a bunch in like JDL and like tier 2 tournaments. But when you ban Drow,
why they ban Drow?
Yeah, exactly, right.
Maybe they're still worried about the Drow even if they have PA because of the other lanes. Like not so much the 1v1 matchup, but just the general, overall. Yeah, the general game itself.
That makes sense. Bloodseeker ban.
I think this hero is incredibly strong right now.
Especially with the prominence of like Mirana, Lycan. Like those 2 heroes struggle so hard against Bloodseeker. One rupture and they die.
So, I've seen people buying blade mail on Lycan.
What, just to deal with rupture?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
It's not a good sign.
No, it really isn't.
Lycan ban. Honestly, I'm happy when the rain can't pick Lycan. Is that weird?
Well, you're happy for them?
Yeah.
You don't think it fits their playstyle?
No, I don't think so at all. I always thought of Ritsu as a late game carry hero player. Just get to the late game, farm. And Lycan's kind of very team orientated, plays the game.
Especially when you're you have a player like Forev, right, who likes to get into the thick of things. I think playing around Forev is super important for Wind and Rain. Like give him a hero that controls the game for the first 20 minutes, and like you said, Ritsu just gets free space.
I like the PL ban. That hero, if it's like the last pick Brood, you're just like, oh,
we have no wave clear, no illusion clear. Oh dear,
it's game over.
I think it was the most popular second phase ban in CIS as well. Like it very rarely got through.
5 seconds remaining.
Wait, as Wind and Rain, you've got to start.
Abaddon.
Abaddon, yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's one of the best Magnus counters in the game. You get RP, no big deal, just ulti and shield a friend.
And then you've got the Dispel for Fatal Bonds, or at least on one of your heroes. So I was wondering Oracle. Like I see so much Oracle against Warlock, but then you have Oracle Witch Doctor. I mean, Alliance made it work with like Oracle and Io. Annoying.
So, mega reason I like this hero. That didn't make any sense. But generally, Magnus is paired up with another melee core. Therefore, they have 2 cores that can't hit the tombstone. Then you have Warlock, who doesn't never ever wants to be hitting a tombstone, right? You cannot be even like that close at all to a team fight. So you essentially have 3 heroes that aren't going to be attacking your tombstone. Then you force them to pick something like first of all you banned out PL, the #1 counter. You force them to pick something like, I don't know, Weaver, Slark, I guess is probably the #1 hero for them. Oh, Rubik. I wouldn't be surprised if Singularity picks Slark, actually. Good against Bottom, good against Undying.
Gyro?
No. Get out. I don't like that hero anymore. I don't think it's good enough.
He's been coming back though. Like I didn't like him for the longest time, but when you watch someone like ILTW play Gyrocopter, you kind of remember.
I watch them games.
5 seconds.
That's fair.
Remaining.
And I know Adamson was like a big gyro player for like the longest time. So yeah, he's decent against Undying's Tombstone, you know, with the flat cannon just spreading out. He's still hitting people. But then you have Gyro Magnus, which comes back to your point where Magnus usually wants to be with a melee core to get the value out of Empower.
There it is.
Feels like a good block pick, like a really good block pick. Spectre Warlock, Spectre Magnus.
Yep. Even Spectre Rubik is kind of an interesting one. You get the extra magic resistance, but you still do the damage like you don't have the magic resistance with your passive. It's pretty interesting actually, because it's like before reductions, right?
5 seconds remaining.
Oh, you know what Desolate counts with the...
Yeah, of course it does.
The null field. Oh, cool.
Yeah. Wait, not Desolate. The other one.
Oh, Dispersion. Oh, I see. Yeah, okay.
Dispersion. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't want to correct you again without, but yeah, it's pretty cool. That's why I like HUD on Spectre a lot. More people should get it, I think.
5 seconds remaining.
The active, like you still do damage through the active.
The value HUD.
Good. Oh, okay. We need a mid hero. I guess Dragonite for Wind and Rain is number 1 right now. You want a hero that can kind of live through a combo, also can lock down Storm Spirit. They could go somewhere like a Puck. He's hard to stop. They do have Rubik Lift, which is instant.
Do you not think Broil Marana mid?
I hope not. I was thinking that they do Witch Doctor Undying, or Witch Doctor top with Spectre probably, but Undying +1 on Undying farms.
Oh, position 3 Undying.
Yeah, I really like it. I think it's very strong.
Dire team ban.
Ban Morph. That's a good ban against Undying as well. You know, you can just take Undying and get a Tombstone for themselves. Powerful. Also, even becoming Marana is really strong, right? You have so much mobility, so you... Which stuns Zeus? Illusion Hero Turbo? Oh, troll. Well, that deals with the Tombstone. And it's ranged and melee. Oh, God. Alright.
And he's super good with these axes as well in lane. Like, he's got Warlock to sustain him, he's got Spam out with axes to try and deal with Undying and whoever else is there in his lane, making his life hell.
Is it Axe?
For Wind and Rain?
5 seconds remaining.
What, Axe Undying?
Yeah.
It definitely feels like it's a Forev hero coming last to me.
And this Bat Rider wouldn't be bad either.
What about Doom? Doom is still in, right?
I think it's actually really hard to Doom Stormspur.
Yeah, you've got no setup stun, right?
Yeah. I want like a just like go hero, like high tempo, as the kids say. And I think Bat Rider actually is really good in this game. They've no way to get rid of the sticky.
Night Stalker is still there. Like his darkness reduces the initiation range of Warlock Magnus and Storm. He's super tanky. He's got silence against Storm.
They've no...
Select your heroes.
What?
So you were right with the Marana offlane. It's come back. It's Forever Marana. Your wish has come true.
Have you... What? I'm really confused.
Why would you pick Huskar and Control?
Yeah.
This is just that we think we can outplay you, and we think our 4 heroes already are stronger than what you have.
I don't think they're thinking like that at all. I think they just wanted someone that makes space for Spectre, right? I'm not. Are they doing a dual lane mid? I guess so.
Huskar and Witch Doctor, or Huskar and Undying?
I was going to say Witch Doctor and Spectre against Storm, no?
I was thinking you put Huskar against Storm because Storm gets destroyed, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
Honestly, I have no idea. Like, they've got lots of options, but that Huskar, that's the loop.
A hero are they gonna pick? And I had like all the heroes in front of me, and I
Prepare for battle.
He would be just above Techies for me.
I would have put Techies way ahead of that.
He was asking in lobby chat, and he didn't get a response.
Holy shit.
Are they putting the troll mid to respond? Oh, yeah. That's pretty nice. But that means your Storm is top against Undying Moran. Oh,
mega shag.
Oh dear. So yeah, chances of Storm having a game?
30 seconds.
Higher than if he was mid.
Honestly, I don't. I think I disagree with you.
Really?
Like,
okay.
how can he show in, like, unless he's able to drag the, like, if he can keep the lane perpetually where he's in the tier 1 tower range, sure, he can have a game. But if Forev and Milan are able to keep the wave even, you know, remotely far away from that tier 1, Storm, he can't do anything, right? Because he just gets chased back. Where at least mid lane, he's going to be able to lane, like, a bit.
Yeah, and I guess that's a good point as well. Stick with Haunt versus Magnus, stopping the blink, just going on him to start the fight. Yeah, this lane is Milan. It almost looks like he's playing for the Dire. Going with the creeps, just making sure no one blocks. Ritsu paused the game. Alright. Yeah, this mid matchup is weird.
Troll Huskar.
Been a while since I've seen this one.
At least Storm has a Warlock with him.
Matter.
That's something.
Leap level 1 for Ev getting up in the mix. 2006. Alright, mid lane, Ritsu neck and neck with the Troll Warlord. So, bottom lane should be fine actually for Spectre. Like, this lane doesn't really pressure him all that much until a little bit later when they can do the, you know, lift skewer into shockwave. Kinda, it does a lot of damage. And especially if you're farming closer to the enemy tower, you can easily get picked off.
Empowering the Rubik for the big punches.
That's neat. Play. Top lane.
Can't really stop Spectre farming there.
Not really at all, no.
It feels like all of these cores are going to get some farm out of their lanes the way it's all been set up. Except Adamson's being shoved back by Ritsu again mid. Oh, and Radiant... Oh, Dire blocked the... Radiant blocked the Dire top lane pull. So they can't reset equilibrium, whereas bottom lane, Kitrank just gets a free pull off.
Nice try.
One of the major things about Undying that people don't really think about all that much is once you start getting the K stacks, very easy to deny creeps. You have a lot of base damage. Does he go for the soul rip for the range creep? He gets it with the... Oh, beautiful.
The big decay.
He actually got so much more value than I would have got there.
Huskar Soul Ring, I like it.
Just so he has constant heal?
Yeah, permanent inner vitality.
Oh, Adamson.
It allows him to, like, push himself to low HP as well for the attack speed, right?
Yep.
It's a very good item. Where's Bashruk going? Going for a bit of a wander towards mid. Kitrak's DD rune on the Witch Doctor about halfway through.
Oh.
Oh, is he coming in?
I think they know he's there too. Oh my. This is a solo kill? I'm pretty sure it is.
Oh, he didn't drag him, just lifted up and then dropped him down.
This is the first blood he's ever seen.
Tip him. Oh, Solendai's top as well.
Jesus. I think Mastermind is dead too. Another leap.
the leap.
Oh.
Stick. Oh.
Mango.
Arrow tanked by Solon as well.
He gets the salve when he has 12 decays on. It's so not value. He actually could have just tangoed and it would have been nearly the same.
Storm surviving is is Ritsu
Trying to
okay?
go on Ritsu. He has a fairy fire. There's no way he goes down. Very nicely done. And the salve still available.
I mean, storm surviving is like a salvage. He very easily could have died there.
He's level 2. Like, not even close to 3.
Well, he's just clipped. Oh dear.
Yeah.
And then the attention has been taken away from Bryle, and you see Bryle's CS just like skyrocket up. Gone from like 4th or 5th position to basically 2nd or 3rd.
Pretty hard to 1v1 Mag though. He does a lot of damage, even when he's last to increase the cleave plus the shockwave.
And he's going for the sustain build. Looks like Magnus wants to be big boy. He's gone Vanguard. I really love the way the offlaners are played now. Like, the blink rush really isn't good.
No, it's not. No, if you don't get your OP off, you're just useless. You can't continue to farm. You have no map presence.
It's funny to think that Batrider started this trend, and now Batrider isn't really a pick anymore because of the trend. Like, you know, with like the Tranquil's drums build, right? Where he would buy that before blink. And then people start doing it on these tanky melee cores, realizing, hey, we can do the same thing and not pick Batrider. Oh, Adamson. The cask bounces is so good. He's even got life break to go onto Bashrook as well. Big old spears. Bashrook in trouble. One more hit and that'll be the end of Rubik, surely. Ticking down and double kill for Ritsu.
And the tip. Ooh, okay. He even dispelled the whirling axes with the ulti. Very nicely done. He's doing it again. Ritsu?
7 stacks up. I think Adamson dies.
He's gonna die and he's not gonna get any experience. It's actually...
His TP's on cooldown as well.
Exactly, he has to walk back to the or to the lane. And Ritsu might... I think he gets all of this experience. He might miss 1 CS. Because the catapult's tanking the wave.
Oh, very nice catapult.
Okay, he misses 2
CS. Did you get this one? Oh, very close.
Dire's top tower is
He almost has armlet.
Oh, top lane.
Lord.
Solon's getting dived. Kitrak and Milan.
And the dance. Beautiful dancing.
Forever arrives. He's got a leap in a second, but I don't even think he needs it. Just
Arrow secures it.
lines up the arrow.
structures are fortified.
So, Singularity, this game's all down to the Magnus then, I guess.
Seems like he's farming extremely well. He's gonna have his Vanguard and just 40 gold. Then he's just like off-lane guy. He just can never gank.
It secures him so much farm.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Is Troll jungling with Storm? Is this a team jungle? The level 3 Storm Spirit. Going for that illusion rune.
I like how you emphasize the Ree! That's definitely what's going through the head of the Storm Spirit. I mean, they've ditched top lane. Mid lane's a no-go zone. Radiant jungle is a demilitarized zone. Dire team have nowhere to go.
They're actually in so much trouble.
Could you say shagged again? I like it when you say they're shagged.
Well, I can't just say it all the time. It loses its appeal, right?
At the very least, Storm and Troll, they do farm jungle reasonably fast. Like, they've got remnants, they've got axes.
When you're level 4? Oh no, it's the mud golems. The illusion will actually helping him quite a lot.
He's being pinged out though. Like, they know where they are.
Don't let him finish the mud golems. They're like 40 gold each. Oh, 26 actually. 25. Dear God.
Yeah, jungle creeps got nerfed so hard. I keep forgetting, honestly.
Me too.
Like, Ancients are the only neutrals worth farming at this point. Unless you have serious downtime.
But if you have Battle Fury or something.
Yeah,
they're ganking.
Like some kind of steroid, right?
Oh. They took me home. I think Solon might be dead.
How many zombies is it? 5 zombies plus undying.
Okay.
Oh, they killed bottom.
They got a kill with the OP. Nicely done. Good rotation. Alright, there we go. Phase boots now on live patrol. With the power, you can get back into it. Not bad, not bad. Oh, Witch Doctor rotating in. Doesn't get the range for the cast.
Are fortified.
But this is where all your towers start
Dire's
falling.
middle tower is under attack.
Armor Huskar is a very scary prospect for them. They're going top again. Level 5. Storm's still level 5. They just haunt forward. Arrow's an easy tip pick off from Ritsu.
Okay. You know, usually I'd say the tips don't tilt people, but considering Storm's game right now, I'd say he's a little irked, to say the least.
Just a little, yeah. Adamson's trying to farm Ancients with Empower. Mikey has to tank it for him.
It's a team game.
Oh, mid lane. Yeah, dead Rubik. Bash Rook. See ya.
Nice.
And this is where you lose tier 1 mid, tier 1 bot, tier 2 bot, tier 2 mid. Yeah, so, like, Warlock needs level 6. I feel like Warlock and Magnus are the 2 heroes they need to actually be active in this game. Like, they need Chaotic Offering, they need RPs, and then they need to defend their tier 2s mid and bottom.
Wonder when Radiant do Roche, though. Right?
They can go now.
They can go pretty much right now. They can even use the Tombstone. They smoked under a ward. Actually, they're looking for Storm bottom.
That's the great thing.
Level 5!
Oh no. Right, stop looking at him. Stop, Shane. Look away. Look away. Look away.
Okay, what am I looking at?
Bounty runes. Look at all the bounty runes.
Oh,
four bounty runes for the Radiant. Shiny golden.
Okay.
Lovely, lovely. A Radiant get 4 of them. Mid lane, Rubik's dead.
Boy. He got some Jeep shoes on, but you know.
But that's the great thing about the new Huskar build is you don't need lifesteal anymore. That you can go for it, but getting like Solar Crest's halberd or just spamming halberds is so much nicer without evasion on you.
Yeah, evasion's key. His weakness is definitely physical damage. So they use from Dying ulti to give the Plague aura.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Yeah, all of a sudden the Roshan just melts. Plague aura, yeah. He spreads the plague. So if you notice what Milan did there, he went really close to Roshan to draw the aggro, so the zombies didn't die in one shot to him. So they have some time to build up. Which gets Aegis. Moonlight Shadow, they spot out Adamson. He is beside the mag. Oh, the Dire have a vision here too. Oh, Huskar's going in.
Oh, life break with the skewer. That's so nice.
No mana for OP.
They cancel his TP. Adamson, that's a good TP. They keep both of them alive.
Interesting. So they moved away from Magnus because obviously they thought he'd OP. So I guess they didn't check his mana. Unusual stuff there. I like the Kaya build. The Kaya on Storm Spirit. I think when you're this far behind, it's like literally the only thing that can help you. You can't go for a Bloodstone or an Orca. It'll take too long. This will give you something right here, right now.
Yeah, it needs to be Kaya Orchid, right?
Let's check out the net worth.
Oh boy. Troll and Magnus aren't doing that poorly. Where's Spectre Haunting? Where are you going? Oh, they found a Magnus.
Kill Magnus mid.
Oh, arrow?
Oh. The level 1 Desolate enough. I don't think they have enough damage to kill Brow here. Never mind. But at what cost? And for everything's on cooldown. They have a stun. Okay. I wish Storm Spirit got that kill, but that was pretty good.
The Storm goes back to the jungle.
They're sharing the triangle. It's never a good sign.
Oh, hi Adamson, you're here as well.
Can I have that creep camp when you're done with it?
Solon has hit level 6. Warlock?
Yeah. From Solon, it's very good, right? It doesn't really matter if you die, but at least you're pressuring a tower. You're getting something done. Pretty good stuff.
Radiant's bottom tower
Top lanes, this tower is lost.
That is the zone of death. You don't go anywhere near that Huskar when he's got Aegis armor. Milan TP's bot to try and set up. Huskar goes as well. Well, I've killed a tier 2, but now it's just like, you know, procedural, systematic, take every single outer tower here from Singularity, I think.
And you. Closing in on Halberd. They want to kill Bridal mid. Do they have the Morana and Witch Doctor are kind of behind enemy lines, so they initiate onto Broad. They use a Golem too. Garrett,
Arrow away. Gonna take the Golem out of the fight. Oh, the death with an addict. Storm's dead with the Starstorm there. Forev clears him up. The chase is on. Rubik's trying to find the Witch Doctor, but he's in it, so you can't actually see him. Now, he pokes his head out and says, hello, I've stolen Death Ward. Yeah, Rubik lets it go, but it's not enough. Warlock and Rubik have to run away now.
Ritsu's on the terror killing duty. He doesn't really care about what the teammates are up to, but Kitrak on the killing spree. Nice pick off on Rubik. They get a nice deep ward in here now. This will help them a lot.
So they killed the Spectre and they do delay that Relic into Radiance, but I feel like losing your Storm there is even more detrimental to your efforts. Because you're losing tier 1 bot, all of this map kind of, you know, the net closes in, right? They've got these deep wards from the Radiant, they see exactly where you're farming, what you're doing. Not to say that dire warding is bad, it's just, it doesn't feel like they can do anything or play into the vision, right?
I agree. How's the Blink Dagger coming along on Mag? That's pretty key here. Mikey, 1.1k gold.
Solon just did the sneakiest thing I've seen in a long time. He just walks here, gets a ward down, when there's 2 enemy heroes standing right next to him, but he did it from fog, so they couldn't see him.
Sneaky snake.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Another dead tower.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
The amount of value they've gotten out of this Aegis.
Are fortified.
Like, they've killed like 4 towers with Aegis alone. And how you can't contest, like, you don't go near Huskar. Bounty runes though, SNG, taking them all. That'll help. Just check out the net worth change. Look at that.
Is there a spike? Oh, yeah, nice little dip there.
Yeah, not bad.
Mikey is about 300 gold away from his blink.
Thanks to them bounty runes, yeah. Good stuff.
Getting very close. How long on Ritsu's Aegis? 30 seconds.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
I guess they want to use it, right?
Do you think they can? Are they going high ground with Catspot?
Seems like yes. I guess Ritsu will just wait till the... Oh, is he just dying to the tower? Nope.
Radiant's bottom tower.
It's gone in 5.
3, 2, 1. Oh, that was a good attempt.
Dota's internal clock is broken, by the way, so your timing was right.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I didn't even look at it. I just guessed. Obviously, my timing's right, though. You know.
Absolutely.
Got the Kaya.
But you know how like creep wave spawns sometimes like 3 seconds late, and nighttime cycle's broken. Yeah, the internal clock. Oh, Milan, jump.
I'm not sure this is. He has a skip. He gets a two from them.
No, he doesn't. But the gold dropped on the back of the RP as well. All the damage from Singularity. Arrow will clip onto the troll. But this is a great fight. Ritsu's armor totally gone. The macros are real. Ritsu's getting it done, but the damage should be substantial enough to finally take him out of the fight. Ooh. And there's the combo.
Nicely played.
Singularity back in the game.
Tombstone down, it would have been a lot different. I think the tombstone there just kind of messes with everything. It stops the blink dagger on Mag, stops the 2-man OP, completely changes that entire fight.
And the scary thing is now,
the Radiance is coming.
I mean, the Radiance is coming, but the cooldowns, right? You've got 1.5 minutes for Magnus RP, you've got 2 minutes for Warlock ulti. So that's potentially, 2 minutes here for this Radiant team to just go and do whatever the hell they want. To get that Radiance timing up. To go and play aggressively, smoke or Moonlight Shadow into the enemy side of the map and make plays happen. Because I don't think the Dire have a response without Chaotic offering an RP.
Yeah, they need them 2 spells, definitely.
And this is where Huskar thrives.
See, he hasn't learned a talent yet. Interesting, really.
He's kind of like Ember in regards that his like normal skill set is so much nicer maxing that out than level 10 talent. Like 20 damage or 175 health.
The Maelstrom doing so much work.
Oh, he gets another mid lane as well. They've got Mikey, the Maledict. With all the damage from Death Ward and the Burning Spears. Can Milan keep his Tombstone alive? Oh, he sure can.
With his front liner, tanking up everything. He has the halberd complete now. Very effective against Troll Warlord. Alright, this should be alright. It might be Rex.
No glyph for over a minute here for the Dire team. Foreb's going to come up as well with his right clicks. Storm with the zip TP. No, he doesn't go for the zip TP. He just zips in, zips out. Kills Kitrak. They try initiating onto Ritsu, but the disarm is there onto the Troll. Arrow from Bashruk holds him in place with the Upheaval slowing him. He is very, very slow. The armor toggles. I don't know if he can do this. He tries to life break in, but good defense there. Melee racks on 300 HP.
I wish Forev started hitting that a bit earlier now, to be honest.
Yeah.
Still, base for Spectre. Closing on the Radiance. Like, that's the main thing about this Huskar in this draft, right? He's not really meant to scale. He's just meant to distract them. That's his whole purpose in life. Usually Huskar is like the one position, and you play him like the core of your team, right? You play everything around him. You have heroes specifically picked for him. But in this case, he's just a distraction.
Yeah, especially like later on in the team fights, you don't know who to focus, Spectre or Huskar. And then you have Mirana as a damage dealer with Maelstrom into BKB as well. I just want to have a take a look at the ancient camp to the left of Ritsu, by the way. What is that ancient Thunderhide doing?
Maybe his sister's smell or brothers. I don't know which way it is.
He's had it's the dad in the car and the children are behind. He's going to drive his car straight back home.
That does make sense. I actually think it's to do with if you do damage when you leave the AoE of aggro. So, like, for example, if you have an Orb of Venom or a Burning Spear or something like that, it freaks out when you're outside the AoE. It doesn't know what to do. And then it casts a spell, and then the spell like messes it up.
And it doesn't reset its like original position or something.
Yep.
Still in beta, guys.
Honestly, the bugs are what make Dota good.
Absolutely.
Like,
I mean, since Dota 1, like bugs from the Warcraft 3 map editor have become features. That's how this game's so great. Did you ever try making maps in Dota 1 or in Warcraft 3?
Yep. I was terrible at it.
It was the most fun thing though, just like fiddling with things, making like trigger events and trying to work out, oh, I can teleport this person from here to here if I make them stand on this. Just like tinkering with things and realizing how bad I was made me respect like Footman Frenzy and, you know, Troll vs Elves, all of those like mini custom games in Dota 2. It made me respect them so much more, the amount of work and effort that went into them.
Oh, here we go. This is going to be a huge fight. The Dire wrapped around the shrine. The stolen arrow shot by Rubik.
And then that shadow's expiring in a couple of seconds.
Actually see the Warlock. They do. He's not the target SNG want to die. He's like the core of their team fight, right?
30 seconds without him.
Roshan is up. No. Or there's the OP potential here. And steal potential.
Oh, that's smoke. Troll has some power on them, Shane.
Okay.
Storm's ready.
He's kicking on so too.
The RP onto the Huskar, back into the middle of them all. That's Huskar dead. The arrow hits the BKB Troll, so he focuses the Tombstone. And Storm has free reign in this fight now to zip forward. Undying's caught. Looks like Milan will take a tumble there as the Troll clears up another. Now it's Roshan for the Dire team.
Okay, this game just took a 180 spin.
Script equals flipped. I mean, that was a 2,000 net worth swing going Singularity's way. 3,000, like, Troll got 1,200 XP. He went up a whole level of killing 2 or 3 heroes.
G's for Troll, Aegis for Storm. Okay.
So now, how confident are you with the Spectre being able to back things up?
Not very. I think Magnus Troll can never be underestimated.
Like Troll and Storm are top 3, like 2 of the top 3 net worth now. Storm has recovered so well.
I'm very impressed with this Storm, actually. Mastermind.
Flabbergasted.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, I can do words too.
Whoa.
Oh, what were the words? Oh, you came out with some words when you were told by the BBC to not swear. You came out with some real good ones.
Jiminy Cricket.
Jiminy Cricket's and like nincompoop and stuff like that.
Yeah. Goddamn nincompoop.
Oh, dearie me.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Okay, Big Gibby is the next item for Huskar. They need a Aeon disc, I feel, to get out of this ORP. The ORP seems to be the thing annihilating them, right?
Yeah, they have no save heroes, right? Usually with a Huskar you see, you know, at the very least a Warlock or, you know, Oracle or Dazzle, one of these heroes that can just, or just, you know, Shadow Demon, put him in a bubble, make sure he's okay so he can reset the team fight, pop a Satanic or a Halberd or get the heal going. At least one armor toggle out of it, but they don't have one of those. So Ritsu...
Storm just goes in. We'll find Mirana.
With the Witch Doctor in there is okay with the Voodoo Restoration. But this is a tier 3 going with Singularity. Huskar has to TP back and defend. Like, they wanted to push. Look, mid and top are both shoving into the Dire base. But they've come back to defend. This is Singularity saying, thank you very much for the free space. We're going to glyph our base and we're going to fully retreat. But Shane, just imagine, you're the Radiant team. You went high ground. You took the melee racks to 300 HP. Now it's healed back up to full. You've given your enemies the opportunity to take a tier 3 and now shrines of their own. That is a big mental blow.
You're definitely a bit shaken right now. That ORP at Roshan, it struck you to the bone. Giving away Aegis and Cheese was the big turning point here. They still have the Spectre, right? You always have Spectre. This is like the latest game carry in the game. And he gets to a stage when he gets level 25. You have the Dispersion talent. Wait, it used to be 12%, didn't it?
I can't remember, to be honest.
Okay.
But people didn't used to take Dispersion because it used to be 500 HP and then 25 strength or something. Because you used to get like 1,000 HP from 20 and 25 talents together.
Yeah. Now they added the Dispersion, which I think is actually better than the health.
Yeah.
Because it actually increases your DPS by 8% of the entire enemy team's damage, which is pretty nuts, though, actually, when you think about it like that.
If Fatal Bonds are on you as well.
Yeah, that's true. God help your teammates, but you know.
Good luck to them. She's a Spectre.
That's why Spectre is someone's hunt, so she has better teammates.
Doesn't trust her own team, just makes copies of herself.
Exactly. That's like every solo queue player, right? You know, I'm pretty sure most Dota players, if given the opportunity to play with 4 of themselves or 4 random people, would choose themselves every time.
That's just a human logic, though. I feel it's like if you play,
I choose 4 other people every time. I'm terrible at Dota.
No, but it's not about being terrible. It's about understanding. Like, you know what you're gonna do, right? So you know.
No,
what...
I don't.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I have no idea.
Shane the anomaly.
It's a mystery.
Adamson's BKB is actually so strong. Like, that timing at the Roshan fight was very important, but now they have it for high ground push. There's actually nothing that the Radiant team can do through Troll BKB.
They go in, Halberd it up to Troll, OP hits on Ritsu.
They've got the damage to finish it. Troll drop, Ritsu, heal off. Standing to fight with the bash is there.
Somehow
he can't get out. Tombstone's down, they have to buy back. Witch Doctor and Undying buy back, but they don't have a Huskar buy back. Shane, they're losing this game. They're losing it. They're doing it. They're just moving forward. Spectre is getting the job done and killing off 3. Look for the Storm Aegis as well. The Troll can stand his ground and fight until the hour arrives. But the bash was there. The Spectre's in trouble. The Storm respawns. Going back in. Singularity. They're going to get a full 5-man wipe here, it looks like. Or maybe not. Yes, he pops in the fight back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 kills. Die back for the Witch Doctor and the Undying. Buy back from the Spectre and the Mirana. And they lost 3 heroes for 7 in return, and they got a range racks.
Dear Lord. Jiminy Crickets. This is so good from Singularity, man. Oh, the RPs are just winning them these fights. Just isolating Ritsu every single time.
That's the cool thing. When I think of RP, I think of the 5-man RP, and I think a lot of people do, right? You think of the big 3, 4, 5-man RPs where you're like, right, we've caught them, we're going to cleave them, we wipe them. But he's using RP as literally a tool to catch Ritsu, right?
But whenever Wind and Rain try and save him, they just gall him on top, right? So it's like a two-pronged attack. Beautiful.
Gorgeous Dota.
Fabulous. Fabulous dots.
Magnificent.
So,
Mastermind with a regen and a gem?
I guess the halberd is to precast halberd, or not halberd, pike on Magnus, so he can't RP it.
Yeah. He needs a way out of fights, right? Again, there's no defensive tool on his team. Like, Witch Doctor's poor, Spirit Vessel on the Undying, so no Glimmer, no Force on their supports. Miranda went for Maelstrom BKB, so she has no pike or anything. Like, they literally have no... Like, they picked Huskar with a non-Huskar team, it feels like. Here comes the high ground push again. Shame that they
spotted the ward. Well, they have RP again. No Warlock ulti for 20 seconds.
Early glyph.
They're just gonna go in. They find Witch Doctor in the backlines. They summon the Tombstone. Haunt is used. Garrett.
And Spectre's hunting in the back for Rubik, but Troll's up at the front of BKB. He's going to turn and fight this. I think he's been just left alone here to die by his team, but they got the objective. They got the melee racks, and they're chipping away at Wind and Rain. I mean, Troll dying there with buyback, he doesn't really care that much, knowing they bust out 4 buybacks in the last fight, right? And if you have to bust out 1 Troll buyback in the next fight and win it, then you're fine, because you still have Golem, you still have RP. You're in a perfect position.
Oh man, I'm sure Wind and Rain are just thinking about that Roshan fight over and over again. Why did we go for Roshan? We knew Magnus was up, we knew he had a blink dagger.
Or the high ground push, why didn't we just finish that melee racks? Why didn't we commit?
So many questions.
Who has the answers, Shane? Is the Spectre have all the answers?
Singularity does.
Singularity has all the answers, yeah. They got the cheat book.
Manta's coming out soon. It'll help, but you know what helps? The health helps more. The talents, right? The levels on Spectre. That buyback when Spectre got three kills alone, a lot of experience going Spectre's way. And I feel even with the strength of Singularity right now, if we can get defensive items up on, like Witch Doctor, there's not a hope for him actually in these fights, right? The gem on the Storm allows, even if he's under the guise of Moonlight Shadow, Storm just kills him instantly at the start of every fight.
I really like that discipline from Singularity as well. They kind of realized that Wind and Rain are all off map, so they just stood by their racks middle, trying to, wait for the smoke gank or wait for the movement to come in. Troll then moves forward to clear mid-wave while they all smoke behind him, so they're baiting Adamson's Troll here, knowing that there are very few ways to stop him from getting his BKB off, right? You can maybe get a Randy Arrow from Fog, which is very unlikely. A Cask to delay the BKB, but in every fight, Adamson will get his BKB off.
Oh man. 1 minute until Roshan. Refresher. Imagine Refresher on Mag, Refresher on Warlock. Either of these heroes get it. You have to give it to Mag, right? Because he can guarantee it. Like, he's not going to die, essentially. This Roshan fight is the be-all and end-all of this game, I feel.
And just watch like the Rubik Warlock Magnus positioning as well in team fights. Whenever Spectre uses Horn, they never have a straggler. Like, there's never one hero kind of off on their own. They're always like as a pack of 3 or 4, so Deathlate damage doesn't come out. Like, every little thing that Singularity can do to win team fights, they're doing, and it's honestly really nice to watch. Slow and steady though. Don't go rushing into anything.
So the stick, Manta's nearly online.
That's desperation. Ritsu buys a blade mail.
Desperation?
I mean, he would have liked an AC, he had Hex queued up, he would like a BKB. Like, there are so many more items you would like to have over a blade mail in this position, but he feels like he needs a blade mail just to do anything, right?
You can see how Wind and Rain are playing, right? Around the Roshan pit together. They know they cannot give this up.
The dance of death. But they've got 2 lanes pushing in. Radiant base is about to get assaulted by massive creep waves.
Spectre can deal with it though, right, with the Haunt.
Yeah.
How do you approach this team fight?
Oh, that glyph though. That glyph delays Spectre. So she has to let the creep waves come in while they go into Roach. They have to now with Moonlight Shadow. He's gone down. There's the Haunt cancelling any blink from Magnus. They're moving in onto Huskar. He's tanky. He's got Blade Mail up. Turning the damage back off Adamson. But there's the RP. Huge in from Mikey. And that looks like it might be it for Wind and Rain. The Age is still stolen by Brian. Spectre's in. Spectre's out. Gets a kill. Takes down Adamson. He's not got buyback. Adamson doesn't have buyback. They brought back the wall. Oh, really but no, the turnaround. Wind and Rain. They've got the Magnus now. Mikey. Brian Spectre grabs the Aegis. I don't know who got the cheese and refresher shard, but disaster strikes.
What was that? Okay. You're gonna have to help me with that one.
Blade Mail. The Blade Mail against Troll.
It was the Blade Mail. Yeah. The Troll turned on him and just kept on hitting through the Blade Mail. I was watching that, but it's all turned around. It's all changed.
But when they get that 2-man RP, Troll has to, right? He has to go and fight into the RP. So Spectre just jumps into the Roshan pit, steals Aegis, and says, cool, I'll kill Troll, I'll run away. Oh no. There's a good golem. Bryle still has the Aegis though.
Tombstone on death.
And DD Mirana.
And they're gonna back off. I think they have to, right? Not worth the risk. They go for the TP out. Defend the base.
So they lost their range racks bot.
We've got a great game on our hands, Garrett. This might be actually the closest game in the entire EU qualifiers.
It probably means the most as well.
Yeah.
It's this middle of the pack. Both teams need to win. Because a win here all but secures Wind and Rain in the playoffs. But a loss here makes everything super messy and tiebreakers. They're coming. They're coming. So what's the buyback status? Like, buyback's so important right now. Troll is 800 gold off. Storm does not. Spectre will in 10 seconds. That's super important. So Spectre and Mirana will both have buyback for the next round of team fights. Whereas Rubik Warlock won't for 6 minutes. So it's swung again, where it was Dire favored to being Radiant favored for buybacks now.
Have you seen Warlock's inventory?
Oh, yes.
Yup.
And Storm has the cheese as well. So Adamson picked up cheese and refresher and now has shared out the bounties.
And he's saying to himself, like, generally I'd give this to you, Mag, but, you know, I earned it. You didn't take it yourself. I think it's double fatal bonds is obviously extremely powerful, so it's probably better on Warlock.
Spectre Blade Mail now as well. Blade Mails are winning games. Never forget, was it Sumail dying to a... Oh no, Sumail bought Blade Mail against a no-one sniper.
Alchemist.
Yeah, Alchemist Blade Mail against a no-one rapier sniper. Never forget.
Smoke on smoke action. The Warlock, does he have his ulti?
Radiant are
Seconds. He might have to use the refresher shard. This could be terrible.
But it could be amazing.
To zip in. He's very far away from the rest of his team though.
He's got his Blade Mail off. That's what matters.
I'm not sure this is the fight for SNG.
They've got an RP, but on the onto Mirana. A skewer back. They fight them with a goal. This is good now. They've got the cheese popped. The Blade Mail is there from Yutsu, but it's not enough. Instead of that buyback, where's the Spectre? She's dropping lower. She's trying to get into the tree cover, but Adamson ticking to the Maledict finally falls.
They're all gonna die if they keep fighting.
The Spectre's dissolving them.
It's the zombie apocalypse. Oh, the Mastermind is out of mana. Ultra kill for Brian.
Alright, Spectre's carrying. Spectre is online.
Deal with the mid lane, lads. Get some casks on the go here, please.
Kill the catapults, please. The catapults might get this, actually.
Yeah, they might.
They just focus.
Mirana's coming with the arrow.
Oh, there we go.
Oh my. Yeah, so Storm Spirit initiated too far away from the rest of his team. There's no possible way that you can gap close the distance that he zipped. Like, he just jumped the gun. If he had just waited a tiny little bit for the rest of his team and then jumped in, you know, it's nighttime. You're smoked. There's no need to go that far. Because of that, like, imagine, right? He initiates on Spectre, and straight away you have the Warlock Golem on top of the rest of Wind and Rain. There's no hope for them in that team fight.
Well, even the premise seems flawed. like they must have forgotten about buyback timings, because we were just looking at it, right? Even if they kill Spectre and Spectre dies there outright, like if Storm kills Spectre and they follow through and Spectre dies, she buys back and she haunts, and she's straight back into the fight. So even just the idea of jumping Spectre seems a little bit wonky there from Singularity. They got ahead of themselves.
Heart up now on Bryle. He's pretty much unkillable with the inner vitality, restoring 25 health a second. Like, what are you meant to do here? Like, he has the dispersion talent.
Troll is trying to click the Spectre and can't do anything.
Going for MKB next. Much needed MKB.
Magnus looking for the Shadow Blade.
Hex up on the Morana. Let's check out the items. We got a... Oh, what is my item key? F4?
It doesn't work anymore.
What?
The thing about the board of items that comes up on the left, right?
Oh, I found it.
It comes up. You have to look through the
show items. I have to click.
Yeah,
that's really annoying.
It only works in Dota TV now. The actual proper one.
Ah, yes, makes sense.
Of course. Anything fancy?
Heart, Sheepstick, Halberd on Husker. Obviously you had that earlier, but it's still effective even till now against Troll.
Hex on Storm.
Hex on Storm's a big one, yeah. Lincoln Sphere on Troll, also pretty strong. About it. I guess the Super Urn gains value the longer the game goes on as well.
Yeah, Magnus has got Pipe and Crimson.
Alright, so Forev has forgone the right-click damage for the moment. He went back for the Hex. I like this a lot. Just Storm's BKB is probably 5 seconds now, right? That's 7 actually. He's been holding on to them, but it's starting to get lower, and the Hex becomes more and more effective as the game goes on.
He's really just addressing that lack of disable.
Yes.
We were like, there was a worrying period, like that entire mid game, you know, 25 to 35 minutes where they had no disables. They were losing fights. Good little adjustment from Forev.
Ritsu going back for his AC.
Bryle aiming for Abyssal Blade.
Yeah, like, more lockdown, more ways to deal with Storm.
Allows her to kind of face off against the Troll a little nicer as well. She doesn't have a way... Oh, she's got Manta to dispel Fatal Bonds and Whirling Axes, so... at least that. Oh, this game is very tight. I mean, buybacks are all coming back up as well. Like, Storm will have his in a minute and a half. Troll needs 1,000 gold, but he should be able to farm that up in the meantime, especially if they take top tier 2, which is what Singularity are aiming for now.
Nice play by Bryle, just trying to fight the creeps through the jungle. He actually nearly gets the full creep wave. So, I always feel when you play with Spectre, you have much more room for errors just because of how tanky she is. Oh, can they actually get the Hex off? They do. No way they can. Oh, the perfect stun combination on Storm Spirit.
Can they hunt for more? Bash up? No stuns. They get Soul as a bonus.
Alright, pretty good. And Roshan is alive in 6 seconds.
Oh, that's fast spawn. That's fast spawn.
I mean, 6. Believe.
Go now. Roshan spawn. 2. Oh no. We've jinxed it. We've jinxed it. It's literally max spawn.
Holy crap.
Storm has no buybacks though.
Okay, yeah. That's pretty big.
Well, he will in 30 seconds. He has the money for it. He has the money.
Not the time.
Cool.
Abyssal Blade is finished now. Bryle, if he wants to do that. Ritsu needs level 25. The level 25 talent is absolutely obnoxious. Pure damage on Burning Spears, or it's actually like so much damage.
Where's the rest of Bryle's Abyssal? He doesn't. Oh, he doesn't have it. He just has the Basher.
Yeah, you can sell the Aquila and then bottling up the DD rune, saving it for a rainy day, mid lane, Milan. You know, he fights back. They want to go. Bryle's going in with the DD.
Adamson still has his BKB.
Okay. Does he pop it? No, Lincoln's used.
Oh,
the bongos come back.
Oh, that life range. Oh my god, the talent, he's gone for it as well. The BKB's not going to save you. The physical damage is there, but the golem's dropped. In comes the storm. The blade melt of the RP is there as well for the turnaround. Oh god, Wind and Rain, you're losing your hardcore. Can the Spectre do enough through this? Bryle is tanking it all up. Still half HP, and Mikey has to skewer away. A triple kill for Forev. And Wind and Rain, they're clearing up. Warlock with no buyback. The double buyback from the Dire team. Triple with the Magnus if they need it, and they will. Singularity, they're on their last leg.
It's tense.
They jump in with the Hex.
He's going to summon a Tombstone. They could turn this around with the arrow.
Perfect arrow, but the follow-through's not there. So dieback on Undying. Roshan, how long? 45 seconds.
Wind and Rain know it as well. They can't allow it.
They've got Moonlight Shadow in 35.
They're going for Kid Rack.
They've been spotted.
It's a bait, maybe?
Life break in.
The Hex.
Adamson has no BKB. He does in 5 seconds. Maybe he can survive this, but I don't think he can. He's being burnt down and dead for 2 minutes.
That's a dieback. The party owner horn has been sounded by Kid Rack.
And now Roshan belongs to Wind and Rain.
This game, though.
So no RP for 35. No Chaotic Offering for 85. Singularity running out of gas.
Middle barracks are under attack.
This illusion rune on Spectre is actually so huge. You can do Roshan and push out your lanes at the exact same time. It's so effective, actually. Like they last for so long that you could push both lanes out nearly the whole way into their base just with a Spectre illusion.
So that was Milan's bottle. I was just wondering who I expected bought a bottle of her own or what happened, but at some point Milan bought it for her.
This is pretty tense now. Storm. He's just
like Shadow
to get vision.
Life break in onto Mikey. Arrow flies and catches the backside of Magnus. Oh, Mikey's in so much trouble. No skewer. Has RP, but he's going to have to throw it in just to try and delay the inevitable. In the back end, Storm is zipping and catching Kid Track. Mastermind. Going to get chased down here, though. Life break forward. No stuns to catch him, but he's running out of mana.
Super earn. Forever might get him. He has the hex up.
He's got the hex.
Oh, boy. Buyback available.
Now the hard choice. Do we go Roshan and secure, or do we push and force buyback and then?
Roshan 1,000,000%. You cannot let them.
In this game especially.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, you give the refresh shot to Undying, right?
Or Spectre for double horn?
No. Yeah.
Or just go for max Tombstone.
The Tombstone's already proven its worth in this game, right? So it's basically like securing it. If you double Tombstone, you just get a lane of wreck.
And they could easily swing top as well. Both racks are open.
My belly bursts.
Arcane rune? Okay. It's go time. Mid lane, we were here like 30 minutes ago. They nearly killed it and they're back.
It went down to 338. They're going to pause. Stormed in. They've killed Milan. Tombstone is there.
They're going on Spectre, doing a lot of damage. He does have the Aegis though. It's risky.
But Adamson, look at that dispersion damage. Just killed off the troll. The helping hand of Ritsu will secure it. Bashrik buys a yours to buy some time, but Bryle is there to secure yet another kill, and tier 4's going to get taken here.
What can Storm do here?
Very little.
Tier 4's going for the trout. They do have OP soon, 4 seconds. They're nice and you can hit an OP right in the middle of these 3 guys.
Try and get the Storm to bait them all into the middle. Life break is there. Storm jumps out.
This is pretty tense.
The throne is exposed though. Storm's still going in. Kills Forever. Looks for more. The Storm's in. The Harbor's there. He can't do any damage. So Mikey's stuck alone. High and dry. The Maledict will take him out. Skewers them back closer to the fountain. But Bryle and Ritsu go to work on the throne. Oh, Singularity, one man left standing. They have Warlock alive in 10 seconds. Storm has to buy the time. Look for the Ritsu kill. Take out the Huskar. Get the Warlock into the fight as quickly as you can. You have Chaotic Offering with Fatal Bonds. Maybe you can do that. Kidtrack has been found, but the throne is already dead. Game ends in spectacular fashion.
Oh boy, what a flip-flop game. It went from how can Singularity do anything to oh my god, Singularity is destroying them to